Hey everyone, welcome back. This is part 2 of Alvin and Rose's amazing conversation about adventures in Arizona. We're going to get right into it. Well, what would you say? What was the highlight for you guys taking mom and dad? What was that experience
It was just seeing them, like, to be able to get out and not have to drive or worry about stuff. They got like driven around.
We forgot the major highlight, Sedona.
Oh yeah,
Sedona
was amazing.
What's Sedona? Sedona's a city, right?
Not able to, like, heart patient. All of us, I wasn't feeling that great. We all walked up and we all felt fine. While we were within this area, we hiked a lot and we had no issues breathing.
Sedona's a spiritual place that I've heard of in Arizona.
They say it's like the Earth's like cataclysmic energy somehow collides in this one area, and it's got like a lot of magnetic
energy,
a lot of unknown healing properties that happen, especially at these sites. And we went to one or two of the sites, but that was the old place that we had the best food ever.
Yeah,
the burger, everything they ate was like the best food ever.
Should we say
but we experienced, this is where I was trying to tell mom guys where I experienced it when I went traveling the States in Washington and a few places. She didn't understand the definition of subtle racism. I was like, Mom, you're going to experience this in places when you go, and you're not going to know what it is. So with the experience that, I went to the bathroom immediately when I got there because I was driving, and when you come out, and you can see the vibe, pretty empty, right? And the waitress is being okay, but everyone's kind of like, we're getting a vibe from like the owner manager. He was still staring at us and
like discrimination.
Yeah, and I see that Rose like, yeah, this place we're gonna eat and go. So I don't think they want us here. And then after about 10 minutes, I got the vibe, and I told Mom, I was like, Mom, do you see what you're seeing here? And Mom's kind of out of touch. I was like, Dad, you see shit? Yeah, I was like, this is what we experienced when we used to go to restaurants in Washington, D.C., where we'd go places. Yep. And they said, do you have reservations? Or sorry, we're fully booked tonight. And we're like, okay, so you guys can wait by the bar if you like and see something opens up. And we would wait by the bar. And this is our first time experiencing this too. We sit there. A young Caucasian person comes in and his daughter. Hi, we like a table for two. Sure. Would you like upstairs or downstairs? And we're like, she didn't ask them for rezos. We're like, well, maybe we're just not hearing right. Next person comes in. It's a Latino couple. Hi, can we get a table for two? Oh, sorry, we're fully booked tonight. Oh, okay. And the place does look kind of full, but you have empty tables around that haven't been cleaned up yet. Okay, so they leave. Another Caucasian family comes in. Hi, table before. Sure. Would you like upstairs or downstairs? And then you look at each other, our friends, and we look at each other. We're like, you get what's happening here? And we're like, oh shit. It's like, that's racism. It's not right in your face. It's passive aggressive. And that's what was happening here. You can tell the guy didn't want it to serve us.
Let me tell you, because Andrew, we walked in, Dad, Mom, and I walked in together, and he goes to me, the way he looked at me, it's the way he said it. He's like, do you have reservations? And I'm looking at him like, dude, there's one couple in your restaurant. You have get 60 seats empty.
Wow.
So I said, no. He goes, okay, let me see what I can do. And I was like, see what you can, I think you need these colored people's business. You ain't got no money coming in here. Yeah. So this is interesting. As we sat down, I'm not gonna lie, the food was phenomenal. Yeah, and the waitress was sweet. She overcompensated. I think she was aware that he wasn't very happy with us being here because he kept walking by our table and doing this eye thing. I've never seen Dad eat his food so fast and go, I'm going outside. Can you guys take care of the bill?
He was uncomfortable.
He was so uncomfortable. Because I think his dad was like, I'm 70, man. I don't want to deal with this shit anymore.
If I didn't have them there, I would have sat there as long as possible. Yeah. Just because I knew it was bothering him so much, I would have showed more of my brownness. I would have been like, let me roll my sleeves up and just sit here, drink my coffee. Because I know it bothers him. So if it's bothering you that much, it doesn't bother me enough for you to make me leave. If your food was terrible, then I would have been like, peace out. I'm like, this food's too good. I might order some more shit here.
I gave a very generous tip, though. I gave her a very generous tip because she was very sweet. I will say the waitress offset for what, and she was very kind. She checked in on several occasions, but he walked by too many times
it was a weird
and
vibe.
did this too many times.
And I think we're being Canadians and especially living here in Vancouver, we have so much multiculturalism that I know when I've gone to the States, even sometimes Rose, when I cross the border, I'm like, why are they looking at me like this? And you forget that we're now suddenly, the minute we leave Vancouver, we're no longer a majority, we're a minority. Yeah. And you can really feel that. Yeah. And that's sad that people still make people feel like that. So that was our very first experience with Sedona, and that kind of set a little bit of the tone. I was like, damn, but we were so hungry, right? We had to eat. But I will say there's something very magical about Sedona when we went, Mom hiking as high as she wanted to go. And I was like, Mom, you've never hiked. Slow down. She just kept climbing.
Everybody had the energy to just do what they wanted. I had issues with coughing. I was recovering from a cold, and I got there and I was just like, what the hell? I can breathe, no problem. I'm like, and I was climbing, and I went pretty high, and I was like, this is wild. There is something here.
Something
and
magical.
that's why I noticed every time people would get to a place where they can just be by themselves, everybody was just sitting down and meditating. You'd see hikers, you get someone, they would just sit down and meditate because you could feel the vibration. And you're like, oh, there's something here. I want to go back here for sure.
I'm going to go back there.
I've heard about Sedona and its spiritual and magnetic properties. There's something there. And are the rocks all kind of reddish kind of looking there?
Because you can tell the water used to be in those lands because everything is gradual. Like to climb up, that's why it was so easy. I was telling why it's easy to climb because everything is like gradual. And if there's no water there, you wouldn't have had like the way it was just built up. Like it was very easy to get far up and like just slowly. It was cool, man.
And then what's funny is so there's one part Mom wants to keep going up higher, right? We're going pretty high, right? And then I'm like, Mom, you've never hiked, like just like slow down. Like I'm not feeling safe. Your shoes are not hiker shoes, right?
Full force with everything.
She's seeing old people going up. She's thinking they can do it. I can do it. Then finally this one old man stands. She's like, let's take a break here. And he goes, no, it's great going up. It's really hard coming down. And she goes, oh, he goes, yeah, because you're looking down, like you look down, you're like, one tumble, you are gonna go down. Then she looked at me, she goes, we'll stay here. We'll do our meditation, then we'll work our way down. I was like, yeah, and we slowly, like I had to hold her because I was scared.
And then I had to come back and lead them down because they don't understand. Do you know how the way you can tell there's water there is that to get back down, you don't go straight down.
Yeah.
You go like like this, you meander back down.
Yep.
So they were showing me this is how you get up high fast. You go down, you have to meander, and all of a sudden you look up, you're like, how did I get down so fast?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then Al, we want to tell about, no, we have 3 more stories.
Let's keep going. We'll turn this into 2 episodes. We'll just keep going.
Al, let's talk about the blue McDonald's that you found.
Blue McDonald.
Oh, yeah. You found the blue McDonald's.
No, you figured it out.
No, Dad, I think Dad.
Somebody in the family figured this out. Dad goes, this is the only McDonald's in the entire world that has a blue
Dad told us that
sign.
What's with the blue?
I don't know.
Because the city of Sedona said that we're such a spiritual place, you have to like have it something unique to our city. And I think there's a lot of turquoise found in Sedona.
Oh, yeah.
So then they use that turquoise color to
so match the only blue McDonald's arch sign.
Did you take a photo?
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
I went
and you can see other people taking pictures after.
Okay, wait. So the golden arch is not yellow; it's blue.
Blue.
Yeah, it's blue.
Wow, yeah, it was really
that's
neat.
so cool. How did Dad find out about that?
I don't know how Dad figured that out. And then I was like, "We're here. Let's go." And because for us, like I know McDonald's, everyone's like, "It's poison," but for us growing up, our happy place was McDonald's because our parents were always working and struggling. Yeah. And when they had a few extra bucks, they would take the 3 of us to McDonald's.
It was expensive.
And fries and chicken burger and nuggets. So like my memory is always tied back to McDonald's as happy time. So when I was like, no, this is the only blue sign. We have to go and see this.
You took me back when Dad and I used to go to the video store when we were younger. Sometimes on a lunch break or a Sunday before the shop would open up, he would take us through drive-through and we would get the well done McChicken burger. And we didn't have to say well done then, but it would be piping hot and we would just sit in the car and eat. And those are my memories. I'm like, that's where we got the fresh well done McChicken sandwich from.
And then there's another cool thing that we experienced was, the mall. Remember those little girls with the mall?
Oh my God.
Tell about that one.
So we went to the mall and this is like their bougie mall.
Bougie
all
mall,
Christian
very
Dior
bougie.
and all that stuff. Let's just go check it out because it's nearby. We walk in there and I thought like there may be some sort of show going on, but I see 8, maybe 9, maybe no longer than 10-year-old girls and they're dressed like hookers.
Yeah.
And they're walking around, they're shaking their body, moving their body like they're like 20 years old.
How old are these kids?
Like 8 years old.
And they don't have
they were wearing like those, I don't know what it looked like a bra and it came around here. So she's showing her stomach. She's 8 years old, looks like a child. And she's wearing like Daisy Duke shorts and boots. And there's a group of 3 of them. And they're,
no, it was like 5 and 6 of them.
They're all dressed like 20-year-olds going to the bar, like the worst thing you could see someone wearing. And then I'm like, what the hell? Like this looks so weird. Everyone's looking at them, and they're walking around like
lipstick, makeup.
Yeah, lipstick, makeup, dolled up. And then eventually I see there's their mom, and their mom's like, okay with this. Okay, girls, so are you guys done shopping? Are you guys ready to go today? What did you guys learn today? Okay, let's go. Yeah, that's right. Be sassy, be this, be that. I'm hearing this. Don't worry about anyone that's looking at you. It's okay. That's their life. Yeah. That's not yours. That's okay. You can do whatever you want. That's right, girls. Okay, let's go home now. And we were all watching like, what the hell?
And I've never seen
8 years old. Nobody even 10 years old.
Like this, and like the lashes are done, the lipstick,
and the stuff they were talking about too.
John Benet Ramsey, right. Imagine that, like with no clothes on in public and like just walking around. I was like, is this what's that thing that Diddy did? There's that doll thing that he had his place.
Oh, those Harajuku.
It was something
dolls,
like that
Harajuku dolls.
Her dress was here, her skirt was here, and
they were 8, 9 years old.
I've never seen something like that in my life. I was like, what is happening in this place?
And they were just like, and they kept having to like tell them like, don't worry about everybody else. But you can see the level of like a different kind of almost disappointment in the mother and the hate that was coming to the kids because they were walking around like were they, the 17-year-old girls are looking at them like, why are you dressed like that?
But were they in costume for something, do you think?
I don't know, but they were walking. But I didn't say they were going, but they were walking around the mall like that. Like, like, let's just walk around the mall.
Oh, boy.
With their family and stuff. So it was
that was disturbing to see because I mean, for me, my heart broke. They're too young, right?
But to dress like that, even at a pageant, you're telling them to, you need to sexualize yourself. This is how it's going to work for you.
But as adults, our job is to protect children. And we should be protecting them. Kids, children don't know any better.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, that's sad.
That was
disturbing to see, and the casino.
Oh,
just like seeing like, I felt like I got like an awakening there because I was like, this is what's happening like society. Like you can just see like zombies, like all like they're putting their money in, all you see is a button because most of them don't pull on the slot.
The
thing
soul's
anymore.
gone.
They're hitting the button. They're just like smoking, drinking. No smoking because there was no smoking, but they're vaping and stuff, and they were like pressing this button. But the amount of money they're spending, and then they'll go back, and you can see them getting angrier because they're losing the money.
Yeah,
coming back putting money in there, and everybody, the energy of there, everybody was just angry, and it was just very like I went to like the craps table or something because I don't know what to do. I was killing time, and the guy was kind of annoyed that I don't know how to play this game. I was like, I don't know, man. Let me just put like $20 here, and then it turned to $20 turned to like 50. I turned to like $100, and I was like, yeah, I'm gonna peace out. And the guy was like, oh, yeah, have a nice night, and I just give him you always give him the tip. But I was just like, everything around here was just like, the vibe was just very weird. I'm like, man, humanity is just very weird. Like, I'm like, this is like the destruction of humanity here because all they're doing is giving their money and they're getting nothing back for it. And they're giving more money for the booze, more money for this. And you're like, this is what we're servicing.
And guess what I did? So for 2 things before I get into my story of the casino. First is that my sister has been helping me dress because I guess I don't know what the cool kids are wearing. So I bought these ripped jeans. A couple ripped jeans and I wore them out. I can't tell you how many young girls came out, love your jeans. Love your jeans. I was like,
you must have loved that.
So I wore the casino, I wore my ripped jeans and my cool shirt, cool sweater, and I'm walking around. And the manager, I guess he spotted me because I wasn't going to gamble. I was like, this is data collection. Rose is on alert. I am observing and I'm data collecting. So all I did was go in circles and just pay attention, watch people, see what they're doing, what's going on. I saw this nurse come in, boom, 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 right to the machine, boom, boom, starts going like on a mission. I was like, okay, this is kind of alarming.
In her actual uniform?
Yeah. And like few of them came like after work's an addiction. It's really addiction. So he goes to me, he's like, I saw you walking around. He was the manager probably trying to hit on me. I was like, yeah. I was like, do you want to give me a tour? He's like, sure. So he walked me around the entire casino. There was in a separate bingo hall that was with a whole bunch of older folks. And he's like, oh yeah. So on Friday nights, we have a big party here. Everyone gets to dress up and do it. And I was like, the old people dress up? He's like, yeah, they dress up as Batman. They dress up whatever they want. And we have music and they play gambler bingo. And then he's taking me around. He's like, so this is our latest technology. Cause you know me, I was like, okay, tell me about it. He goes, now this machine that they go and gamble on here, they put their money in and they can start doing it. They can also press the screen and they can have their alcohol order and it'll go to the bar and someone will come bring them. So they don't even have to leave their seat or wait for a waitress to walk by.
My goodness.
The plate. And I was like,
I feel like what I noticed was when you drove around there, a great city, but I find this more in the state. Everything felt like a trap to the human. Like to the human eye, when you're driving around, everything is the most advertised is the alcohol, the weed, the tobacco, the casino, the strip clubs. The amount of strip clubs one by one, side by side, like 5, 10 side by side. Everything is like, come here, easy loan. Come here, take money. Come spend, get trapped. Alcohol, cheap alcohol. Look, the alcohol is advertised more than water. At the gas station, everything looks so great, but it's all processed. Everything is processed food that they're trying to sell you. Junk food. And you're like, dude, like, as a human coming out of, because when you come from Canada here, it's just laws and regulations of how much you can advertise in your face, what can be on a billboard. There, it's just like, it's almost like they look at you as just a number and like money to pull out of because nothing's there to help you. There's nothing advertised. Like the services that help you are kind of hidden and you have to meander your way to find these services.
And Andrew, I think because Al and I have the podcast and we're in this now realizing, observing and watching, we're paying attention. Like I brought to Al's attention, I was like, Al, we drove literally like on one street 5 minutes and I saw 3 strip clubs.
Side by side.
And I go, Al, there's enough of a volume and it's advertised like big signs there. And it says it opens at 11 a.m. and it closes at 4 a.m. I actually went for a walk to it and tried to like peek through and like look at it.
And I Googled it. Within a 1 mile radius, there was like 5. And then within a 2 to 3 mile radius, there was like 15, 20.
Yeah.
Wow. But we used to have a lot of strip clubs in Vancouver.
No,
Now I
we
think
had like
we're down
two
to
major
one.
ones in
we always had
downtown.
like maybe like 3 to 4 in the entire city.
Yeah.
This was all like side by side, one
Oh
like
my
all
goodness.
spread out.
Well, that's the thing, though, right? They're programming everybody there, and people are taking the bait.
And
People are taking
you
the
see,
bait.
it's such corporified everything that there's no soul left. No one's there to like, let's help our people. It's all like, what can we get out of our people?
Right.
Get them high, get them drunk, get them doing all this stuff, and then get them caught in the cycle because now they need money to do all this stuff and have them in repeat.
We didn't talk about ASU. We went to Arizona
Yeah,
State.
and then this is all happening too in the town that's going like
Yes, so
this
funny.
is all within 5 minutes of one of the biggest universities in the States. And then I like Google like, what is ASU about? Because I know they party a lot in this university.
It's a
But you
well-known
go-
university.
Yeah, and you go look it up, and their university is all about. Our courses are more geared towards social change, social impact. How can we help humanity? And then you walk out of that thing and everything there is to distract you and trap you. These college kids, I don't know how you can stay focused because around your campus, you have like 10 to 20 bars all within walking distance. There's a dispensary. There's everything that distract you. When I was there, I was like, I can't focus on any of this stuff. There's like 5 stadiums, to go to, all these stuff. Like, it was just weird
Bars,
that the school is
restaurants,
about
clubs.
humanity and social change, but everything around it is the complete opposite
And
of social
Ange, the
change.
food choices these kids have, dang, you don't need to leave that little small town. There is a new restaurant to choose from everywhere. Like there was like just
There was a
options
lot of stuff built.
galore.
But when you're a student, you don't have a lot of money.
But
So
no, you're not paying for it.
So I met a girl on the plane, and I asked her tuition to go to ASU is $50,000 a year.
Yeah, food include everything.
I know
to
it's
live on the
expensive.
I don't know
campus.
if the food is included.
Yeah,
Those are all
even
expensive
the program though.
university.
You pay like a program.
Oh,
Obviously
really?
they go out, but it's just the lifestyle outside of it. Like I can see how it'd be so distracting. Like, and then the mall is only like 10 minutes down the road too.
Yeah,
A lot of-
everything is like 10, 15
Everything
minutes.
was very. You can go from one part of town and from the other part in 10 minutes because you can travel a long distance, 20 kilometers in a very short period of time.
Okay, so would you go back to Arizona?
Oh, yeah. Oh,
yeah.
Scottsdale,
Oh, yeah.
We would
Arizona?
probably go to
We just
Sedona
gotta-
more. I think that was our
Sedona,
vibe.
and I think what I was telling Rosa would be cool is if you can get like a private chef because food is a problem there. We went to the most like highest end restaurant and the food was trash.
Oh, Ange, we saw the Barstool. You know the Barstool guy? He opened up a bar in Arizona.
Yeah.
We saw that too.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, that was really neat. We were going to go to, but it was so rowdy with the kids. And now we're like, no, we're not there anymore.
It's
We're
a young,
good.
if I knew that about this place when I was 25 years old, I would have been traveling there like every summer, winter to go party because it was great. Like
The weather's great.
The weather is great. The people are nice. There's a lot of cultures. If I was that age group, that's where I'd go party.
Yeah. Oh, and then so I experienced this restaurant with my boss a year ago in Charlotte called Kava, and I was like, I loved it. It's like Middle Eastern Chipotle, and I was like, let me see if these guys are gonna like it.
I was thinking about it the other day. I was like, I need kava.
Yeah.
I was like, I will drive to Seattle if I need to go get
They
kava.
don't have a Kava in Seattle.
Damn it.
Yeah.
Going back to
Very cool.
Yeah,
Okay, so all in all, it was a good trip.
It
and
was
you
a
guys
good
great.
trip. A lot of learning
And
experience.
the children,
Sunshine.
aka the parents, loved it.
Yeah, mom and dad loved it. They were, they could tune out and not have to observe because I think when you're podcasters, your mind is always looking at stories and
Observing,
observing.
yeah.
Too,
But
for people
what can we
observe.
bring back to the audience?
Yeah.
What can we bring back to the viewers? So Al and I are on always hyper alert now. But we don't just enjoy the experience.
Well, I
mom and
think,
dad are like, we're fine.
I like to say our portals are open.
Totally.
Our portals are open, and we're all like, "What's our antennas?" Are always like, "What's happening?
Yeah.
What's happening? How can I get this out to
Yep.
other folks and get this content out?" Right?
Yep.
Okay. So you guys had a good time. You'd go
We
back
had
to Arizona.
a-
Yeah,
I would-
highly recommended.
Yeah. What
Highly
was the
recommended.
temperature like?
About 18 to 20 degrees every
Every day. That's Celsius.
I would recommend they'll go a little end of January,
Yep.
so it'll get warmer by February. But man, it's just
Good.
great times.
Yep.
Good stuff. All right. Well, that was part 2 of Adventures in Arizona from yours truly, Alvin and Rose. We're going to be back in 2 weeks. Don't forget to catch us and
Yep.
check us out on all of our social
Social
channels.
channels.
If you're new, please, we would love your subscription. Hit that subscribe button and then get notified. The team is going to be back in 2 weeks. Bye for now.
Bye-bye.
See ya.